brand new at 6 tonight, a story that might get you to push a little bit harder the next time you feel like giving up.
A local woman is proving the power of persistence can take you places you never imagined. Katu's Angelica Thornton and photographer Evan Bell have her story.
CSS is Sergeant Thompson.
At first glance, Staff Sergeant Michaela Thompson's job might seem a little dull.
I do anything admin related, help and support the personnel of the maintenance group.
She's talking about the more than 400 people who keep these jets flying for the 142nd Wing.
It's a job, a lot of paperwork, a lot of working through the systems that the Air Force uses to do personnel type functions.
But this is just a sliver of her life with the Oregon Air National Guard. The 29-year-old is also a firefighter for the 142nd Civil Engineer Squadron. Something she signed up for when she was just 17 years old.
Proud, just ultimately 100% proud. It's neat.
That's Senior Master Sergeant James Thompson, Michaela's dad.
When she sets herself and she sets a goal, I know she's going to carry it through and through. She has that strong mind.
The pat on the back you'd expect from a father.
Go to the door and go up to the fire floor.
But Michaela is humble about her beginnings as a firefighter.
The physical demand is really hard, especially being female and shorter. Everything's over my head. And so to be able to pull things down, put them back up, drag dummies, all of the things, it was really hard.
As a pilot, if there's some kind of issue with the airplane that they've got to get us out of the airplane, she's trained to help pull us out of the airplane if we're incapacitated in any way.
That's not an easy job.
No, it's not.
At any point did you say, I can't do this?
Absolutely, and it's been hard to be able to compare myself to the other firefighters that are doing it and they make it look so easy, and then I go to do it and I'm struggling and realizing that to be able to do what they're doing, I need to work a little bit harder, dig a little bit deeper.
And that's exactly what she did, pushing way beyond her comfort zone. The single mom stretched her limits even farther, from pulling hoses to pumping iron.
Big brace, come on, keep breathing.
Reinventing herself through fitness.
It's funny because the firefighters used to encourage me to do weight training the whole time. And then I started doing it and was like, guys, you'll never believe this is awesome. I love this.
Michaela was hooked on weightlifting. A coach at the gym saw her passion and potential, encouraging her to compete as a natural bodybuilder. This was her debut, the bikini class at the Washington State Olympic Naturals.
I was so nervous. I was getting a little bit of tunnel vision towards the end, a lot of doubt, a lot of, I don't think I'm going to do it. I almost pulled out of the show.
But sticking it out seems to be Michaela's secret weapon. She won her very first competition. Her dad, a gym rat himself back in the 90s, wasn't surprised.
And honestly, she's better at it than I was when I was younger because I wasn't as disciplined as she is right now.
Come on, 5, give me 8, let's go.
And you can see that grit when you watch Michaela in the gym grinding through her sets.
I love the challenge. You're pushing yourself to failure each time, and then you're oftentimes pushing yourself past what you think is failure.
Michaela is now in the gym 7 days a week. There's weight training, cardio, and practicing her poses, a huge part of competition.
So you have a front pose, a side pose, a rear pose, and then you basically do a little circle, you walk onto the stage, you have a whole routine. It's a whole thing.
And meal prep on top of that, plus taking care of her daughter and her 2 jobs with the Air National Guard.
It's awesome when our airmen go out and do other things outside of the organization. It's awesome that she had so much success. I'm proud of her for that, and it's a great thing for the unit to see her go do that.
Yep. 7, come on.
It's a lot to juggle, but Michaela says she's never felt better or more proud. She hopes her sweat and sacrifice will inspire other women.
You always can give a little bit more. You can always try a little bit harder. You can show up just a smidge bit better. There's always a knob. You can just turn it a little bit. Even if it's a tiny bit, it's still more than what you thought you could give.
That determination sure to pay off at her next competition in Vancouver in October, and then she's off to the Worlds in Boston in November. Angelica Thornton, K2 News.
Quite inspirational.